With a wide range of art, history, and natural beauty, New Orleans has something for everyone. Welcome to Around the World. Today, we'll be looking at the top things to visit when visiting New Orleans. Are you a fan of our channel? Be sure to subscribe to Around the World and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're taking a look at the top things to see when visiting New Orleans. Number 10. Bourbon Street and the French Quarter. The French Quarter, sometimes known as New Orleans' crown jewel, is a dynamic district noted for its rich history, colorful architecture, exquisite art galleries, and vibrant nightlife. Bourbon Street, located in the French Quarter, is named after the House of Bourbon, the royal family who ruled France at the time. Traditional Cajun restaurants, cocktail bars like the 200-year-old Old Absinthe House, street musicians, and famed jazz clubs may all be found here. In England, it is permitted to drink alcohol in the streets. In fact, it is the custom on Bourbon Street. Many of the bars here are essentially just little places where you may acquire drinks in plastic to-go cups from vendors. Mardi Gras, commonly known as Fat Tuesday, is held 47 days before Easter and takes place in the French Quarter and Bourbon Street. Keep an eye out for bourbon balconies at the carnival and throw beads at parade goers. New Orleans is also known for voodoo, so stop by Marie Laveau's House of Voodoo if you're in the area. Number 9. Jackson Square. This 2.5-acre public park, also in the French Quarter, takes its name from a bronze statue of Andrew Jackson. It serves as a place for public events, weddings, and photo shoots, and has been a filming location for various movies and TV shows, with over 2 million local and foreign visitors each year. Iron fences, strolling walkways, and benches can be seen in Jackson Square, which has kept its original Persian landscaping design. The Cabildo, a local history museum, street performers, and an outdoor art colony where artists develop their works and show them on the iron fences are all located here. You can even purchase the artist's work or commission a portrait from one of them. From Jackson Square, tourists can observe the beautiful St. Louis Cathedral, North America's oldest cathedral, and continue on to the delightful open-air French Market, the country's oldest of its kind. Explore trendy boutiques and cocktail bars among antique stores and ancient restaurants. Take a leisurely tour of the region in a vintage New Orleans carriage, sit back, relax, or stroll along Moonwalk Riverfront Park. At the same time, watching ships float by on the Mississippi River. Number 8. City Park. City Park, which has been a part of New Orleans since 1854, is one of the country's oldest and most attractive urban parks. From various gardens to an amusement park, this 1,300-acre green space has something for everyone. Relax among the roses in the Botanical Garden or visit the Museum of Art to see French and American art, as well as the sculptures in the open-air Bastave Sculpture Garden. Don't miss the world's largest grove of mature live oak trees. You can hear coordinated music generated by wind chimes hanging from the tree if you sit beneath the spectacular singing oak near the Big Lake. Don't miss the dueling oak and lovely Langley Bridge, which is one of the park's most photographed attractions. Number 7. Garden District. The garden area is notable for its magnificent houses and excellent landscaping, which provide a radically different mood in the French Quarters. Spend some time walking about and admiring the architecture and features that set each mansion apart. While you're in the vicinity, stop by the Rink Retail Center's Garden District Bookshop and Commander's Palaces, one of the city's most recognized Creole restaurants. The above-ground tombs in Lafayette Cemetery No. 1, one of New Orleans' most historic and beautiful cemeteries, are just across the street. Did you know that in New Orleans, the cemeteries are built above ground to deal with the city's high water table and unpredictable flooding? Number 6. Louis Armstrong Park. This 32-acre public park, dedicated to jazz icon Louis Armstrong, is known for its entrance arch, sculptures, duck ponds, and open spaces. Various structures, such as the Mahalia Jackson Theater for Performing Arts, can be found here. Congo Square is located within the park, and it was here that African slaves and free Creoles gathered on Sundays during the 19th century to sell food and other commodities, perform rituals, dance, and play their traditional instruments. The music they generated laid the foundation for jazz, making the square one of the most important musical landmarks in history. Number 5. Jazz. New Orleans has always been an important center for music because of its intertwined European, Latin American, and African American traditions. The city is particularly well known for its strong ties to jazz and is widely recognized as the genre's birthplace. Don't miss the annual Jazz and Heritage Festival, often known as Jazz Fest. If you're traveling in late April or early May, you may get your jazz fix at one of the city's many clubs. Visit one of the city's many prominent music and jazz clubs, such as the Jazz Playhouse by Sunsta New Orleans, which features some of the city's best jazz artists, as well as distinctive snacks and beverages inspired by the city's jazz culture. Other jazz venues include Preservation Hall and Fritzl's European Jazz Club. Number 4. Canal Street. The French Quarter's upriver limit is Canal Street, which separates the colonial-style area from the modern core business district. Creoles lived in the French Quarter until the early 1800s, but following the Louisiana Purchase in 1803, new ethnic groups arrived in New Orleans via the Mississippi River. Many Americans from Kentucky and the Midwest settled in the city and lived uptown. A canal was planned to serve as a separating line between the Creole and American communities, but in the end, the Canal Street was created instead. The Canal Street median was dubbed neutral ground at the time, and it became a symbol of cultural division. Even today, all of the city's traffic medians are referred to as natural grounds. Take in the sights of New Orleans historic streetcars, which are a charming and convenient way to see the city. Number 3. Art. Walking through New Orleans, you'll see not only old buildings, but also many forms of public art, such as sculptures and murals. The Arts Council of New Orleans and the NOLA Mural Project are two local groups that have helped the arts thrive and inspire people in the city. Street art, in particular, has become an important aspect of the local scene. Look for local artists around the French Quarter or at Jackson Square. Up Magazine Street or to the Arts Warehouse District, where B. Mike's Studio B, an abandoned warehouse turned huge art space, is located for galleries. Through the Film Point installations and large murals at this art refuge, learn about Black history, civil rights leaders, Hurricane Katrina, and modern society. Number 2. Oak Alley Plantation. Plantations are important in the history of the southern United States, particularly during the Civil War. Farming estates like Oak Alley Plantation thrived thanks to the region's good soils, mild climate, and sufficient rainfall, as well as extensive African slave labor. Oak Alley has a Greek Revival-style main house with 28 enormous, freestanding columns, which was once a sugar cane plantation. The plantation's name is derived from a 300-year-old double row of enormous oak trees that form an 800-foot-long alley. Slavery exhibits, a sugarcane exhibit and theater, a blacksmith shop, and a Civil War tent are among the other attractions. Number 1. Swamp Tours. Explore Louisiana's complicated network of marshes, which are home to rare flora and exotic wildlife just outside of New Orleans. Admire the Spanish moss and cypress trees and keep an eye out for alligators, wild boar, nutria, cranes, raccoons, and other wildlife just a few feet away. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other videos for great travel destinations and be sure to subscribe and click the bell to be notified about our latest videos.